Just gonna call it a hiccup. I'm gonna go put my my leftover food back upstairs for lunch too. Do I want to eat some more? Do I want to eat some more? Probably not.
Epic. Snap.
I am muted. Yep. Sorry. Oh, I think we're dead. We're definitely dead in a 6-turn game. I might be able to win a 7-turn game. Depending on where Doom 99 goes, they could not have anywhere to play next turn, yeah? Unlucky. Unlucky. Excited to roll magic into Mr. Negative here. Curl up in a ball and cry. Oh, I forgot they had Chamber here still too. Yeah, we're cooked. That was close considering how bad that was for us at the start. Definitely pretty solid set of locations for the opponent. They got lucky they didn't lose the flips on this one. Yeah, Shang-Chi or a 10 power thing could have gotten us across the finish line there potentially. We lost 25% of our viewers with the dump on Twitch. Could have been worse, I suppose. Could have been worse. It's crazy how even the slightest interruption kills you. I mean, it was down for almost 15 seconds. Honestly, like I said, honestly, I'm surprised it's not more than... Surprised it's not more than that. Rocket pad. Do, 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 do. I don't think I'm going to be very good at contesting that against some of the just generated demons. I think we just reset that. The quantum realm doesn't bother us too much. Airwalker. Are they a Phantom X deck maybe? They're also likely a Killmonger deck, which could be problematic here. Although they currently have priority, which is good for us. Hate him so much. So fucking annoying. It's actually just the biggest feels bad card in the game. It's not close. And we rolled bad stones here. I don't think I have any line Syria. I guess I could choose to not Shu Lao. Like I'm losing 4 on the left, and this is 5, 10. Not enough to beat the Wild Child.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, just cooked. Needed that Wong to happen, so we're more likely to get useful stones. I just realized Ultron has a 6 power stone. Yeah, and it's still one of the worst ones you could generate with him. Believe it or not. Why aren't Ultron stones 1 costs yet? Oh man, can you believe they started at 3? It's actually wild that they started at 3. Oh, speaking tangentially related to our complaining earlier, what was I gonna say? The Nvidia has their quarterly earnings report later today, yeah? When does that happen? It's usually those are after the markets close, right? Sometime in the later afternoon.
Enough said, bub. Opponent snapped.
Skin. Thanks for the 14 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back.
Enough said, bub. What a game!
Wrong target over there, unfortunately. Wong's going to a 7 drop here, yeah? We do be fooming though, chat. We do be fooming. The Finn fangiest, if you would. The best around. No one's ever gonna bring him down. If one Foom is good, then 2 must be better, yes? If at first Foom, yes, but what about second Foom? Alright, no Zola. No Zola. Kill, daddy.
Victory.
Ooh. Are we sweating? Are we sweating? Oh, yeah. Glorious sweat.
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
The Infinity Ultron Foom Wong part of this deck seems very reasonable. The Shula is still a little bit hard to enable. Kind of advantage drawing Kitty and Merlin, though, so that probably tracks. It's like 6 cards in our deck that cost 2 or less, and all of them are still there with 7 cards remaining. Something, Marvel stat.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
The other tough part has been, because we've been drawing such top-heavy things, we've had a hard time generating stones with Ultron. So our hand's been so full.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
Okay, that's really good. Sometimes lucky, rubber ducky. Do we think Infinity Ultron would be more competitive if it was a 310 chip? Can anybody help me venture a guess? Just a bit. A scotch.
What a game!
Please pitch that to second dinner streamer. Alright, chat, we did it. We hit the nuts draw combination. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Giant Ultron blowing through ya. Do 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 do. I'd like to win it all. Time Stone is like, no, you cannot witness the greatness that is 40 power Infinity Ultron. It's too pure for this world. Avert your eyes, children. You cannot witness it. He's just shy. Howdy, Marty.
Snap.
I drop this on Aunt May's right away because that way, if we get priority like we did, we can magic Aunt May's away. Especially since it looks like they are a Cerebro 3 deck. I don't want them to be able to play Cerebro there. Many skills, Chip. Need this left side location to fuck up the Cerebro deck, please. Merlin is unironically a card that's just like very hostile to Cerebro. Just given how their deck works. What do you think of this? Rolls Wong to a 6, gives me a 6 drop, makes Nico big, and then pushes the Shulao center. My streak still isn't as old as the president. Thanks for always being here, Marty. How do you like Jack? Jack is unfortunately pretty mediocre. His stats are not very good, and that matches my anecdotal experience with him. incredibly rude location. They probably can't get in here outside of Nightcrawler.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, maybe Bastion. They might be a Valk build with Adam and Quinjet. Like, those aren't very efficient cards to put into there, right? Makari! Dude, where's Makari? What a lovely set of locations for our opponent. Do you think they're regretting their deck choice?
Victory.
Classic Cerebro video gaming experience here for the opponent.
Snap.
One hostile location. Hello, Makari. Welcome to Xandar. We have Merlin on 2 here as well to reroll locations, even if they get decent ones with their Scarlet Witch. Oh no, not sewer system. Murray Island. Oh baby, baby. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. No Prime, no problem. I'm gonna be here for the next 6 months, and I bet you will be too. Thanks for the 6 months in advance, Barricade. Appreciate the 3 years of support. Welcome back. I'm just wonging here. I think they're a Luke Cage deck. Always. Oh, Finfang, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Oh, Finfang. Oh, Finfang. Foom on you. Foom on you. Foom on you. Oh, man. Who could have possibly seen Luke Cage coming, chat? Not me. Certainly not me. Unluck. At least I'll always have my giant dragon. This one felt a little bit clunky overall. It's definitely occupying that space of our numbers aren't consistently very big, and we're also not particularly interactive, so when we're playing against a decent linear deck, they pretty easily go over the top of what we have going on. I think the shootout aspect here is probably a little bit less awkward than those games would imply, just because we didn't draw Kitty and Merlin a whole lot, but at the same time, there were games when we did have Kitty and Merlin where Infinity Ultron felt particularly awkward just because our hand space was kind of gummed up. Majestic Wingbeat is a card that someone had tried. We've talked a lot about how this month in February, most of the cards that released have been bad. It's basically Star-Lord and then a bunch of stinkers. And someone said January was like that too. And I really can't disagree enough. Like this deck's kind of an ode to January in a way, right? Like 3 of our really powerful things here are all really solid January release with Majestic Wingbeat just being like one of the more subtly powerful cards they've added to the game in some time. It's really assisted with making 5 drops be markedly better. Really good with all 3 of these, honestly. Okay, our next build around is oddly specific. The request is we need to build and play a deck with at least 3 cards that I haven't made blue backgrounds on yet. Meaning, we haven't played them in a good long while. So let's scroll here and see what that encompasses. I missed Morph. Did I? Thing, Dr. Octopus. Loki's going to carry, we'll just replace her deck. Yeah, I probably won't play Loki. The Spider-Woman, Sandman. You know, from a pure competitive perspective, I have Ultron, Onslaught, Gilgamesh, Dazzler. That's a very, very serviceable core of stuff. Yeah, we can build a Khazar deck. I can't believe we cut Mantis. All right, I need to take a brief ad break. I'm gonna run upstairs and grab a caffeine because I'm dragging a little bit this afternoon. And when we get back, we're gonna figure out what exactly we're doing here. Don't go anywhere. Are we zooing then? I feel like we could zoom. Is there an easy way to play Onslaught and Ultron in the same game? Or is it an either or juke type thing? Luna. Yeah, that's not bad. Kale could be okay. Kale's actually probably better. Because she lets me play a 3-on-3 still, then a 4-on-4, and then I can play a... Alright, Dazzler. This variant probably looks really good with the US background. Yeah, great. Krua, thank you for the 21 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. This is a Gilgamesh deck. I technically don't have to play him. We have Dazzler, Onslaught. It was 3. The prompt was 3 cards that were yellow. Do I want like Shonen Squirrel Girl for games where Ultron doesn't show up? You go Squirrel, Pixie, Mobius. I hate that. I did cave and buy the Mobius bundle last night. I had a 3x Google Play Points reward, and I was like, alright, fine. Take that. Take that as a sign. A Blink or a Jubilee. I think I have too much top end. I think four top end's enough. Blinking into Ultron also isn't all that great. Mobius also gives us a dash of Sandcastle kicking.
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
Yeah, honestly, the Squirrel Girl might be wrong. if we don't have a Shauna with it. Because, like, realistically, just Squirrel Girl is not enough. So if I want a non-Ultron backup plan, I probably need more. We could swap Goose and still be meeting our requirement.
There's no strings on me.
Excellent. Excellent. Was it already a Patriot followed by Onslaught? Or Onslaught followed by Patriot? One of the two.
My mighty hand.
I believe we have died. Do 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 do. All right, let's swap the Goose for a Shauna, so we can have a backup plan.
Oh, snap. Opponent snapped.
I think Goose should let your opponent play big cards there, but then eat them afterwards. Mood. Ooh. Piece of candy.
one hit, two more shall take its place.
Oh, they get to Zola again. Okay, so I would if I Ultron Center. Yeah. They can Ultron a second time. Technically, Ultron Center loses 66% of the time to them Zolaing here, but does it actually? No, I'm wrong. Yeah, it's just always right to do it center. This is one of those moments where, like, Marvel snaps client being hot dog water and not showing you cards that, like, you know deterministically are in your hand. It's very honestly not a mind. Just, like, we're supposed to know that Zola is there, but it's just, like, so easy to, like, be thinking through your other sequences and not consider it. Just because the client's not presenting you with the public information in a way that's accessible and reasonable. It's one of Snap's biggest failings from a client features perspective, nearly 4 years in. We're in a pretty good spot here, right? I do this into Ultron into Onslaught or vice versa. I guess I need to try and grab priority here because of Alliance and stuff, but they're the Juggernaut builder probably in trouble here. Usually the Daredevil builds are playing interactive cards. Are they a Cosmo deck? Usually not Cosmo, usually Juggernaut Alliance. Juggernaut Alliance and Feng Fu are the Daredevil disruptive bits of choice for
Cut off one hit, two more shall take its place.
There's no strings on me. Opponent snapped.
assume we're dead here. Currently learning lessons in why Ultron Patriot is not a particularly playable thing. Yep. All right, I think we're on the one more embarrassing loss line with this pile. we'll slide along. Our next build around will be a little better. Cersei Sentry. Sounds great. So here's the thing. 50 buckaroos, chat. So many buckaroos. Oh, hey, that means this is in a... What's it called? I'm waiting for you.
Mastery.
I think I need one more in that one for Phantom X. Yeah, I need one more. One more for Phantom X gamers. Unironically, I kind of hope it's the Wade Wilson that shows up, because I don't have any variants for him. He's unplayable, but I would like a variant for every card. Two? No, I think it's one more, right? Oh, it is two more. Sedge. Wishful thinking. All right, so about 6 years, the shop's gonna rotate through and give me the ones I actually want to spend resources on. A pretty decent Pixie. Both our 6s still in our deck. Thanks, Pixie. The new location adds a Guardian to your hand. Neat. Are they Cerebro 5? Could also be a Batroc powered Supergiant deck. Yep. Looks like Supergiant Batroc is accurate here. Meow. The Ice Cube might mess up their Batroc Silk here, which is fun. Luna being 7 also insulates Khazar from Cannonball. Open Top Keck and Ultron here. Drop him down, spread some points out. If we broke out Ultron, we're hoping to grab Onslaught. Sorry, when I said I was hoping to draw Onslaught, I meant Onslaught, but not a 6 cost. Sorry if that got lost in translation, Nick. Should have been more specific. Yep. Pixie had her way with our card ship. This deck can't even beat a limp potato. How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
Behold my mighty hand.
Oh my goodness! That potato really was limp. Look at Pixie chat. See, she knew we were destined to win, and she was just creating good television. It's better tension for the TV if we get screwed by Pixie, but then still win the game.
Escaped.
I'd take a mulligan on the Triskelion. Annoys me. It annoys me.
Snap.
By the way, for the Pokemon enjoyers in the audience, I know there's a few of you out there. Friday is Pokemon Day. You know, we get a bunch of announcements and stuff for the Pokemon Company. Probably learn some about Pokemon Champions. It starts at 8 a.m. Central. So I think we're gonna live stream that here on the channel. Is my game plan. I just noticed the person you're playing against is actually named Limp Potato, and this makes the previous comment more funny. I try. I try. Try so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh, what a 50-50 to lose. I guess their Batroc loses it too. Crazy or crazy like a fox? Yeah, the middle is more likely to dodge Cosmo and Goliath. And it forces them to play center. Otherwise, they lose.
There's no strings on me.
And when like it plays out like this, I'm winning anyways. Okay, boomer.
Victory.
You know, and maybe part of this is probably just my brain being broken by live service games. And I guess it doesn't surprise me too much because the Pokemon Company is like allergic to innovating. But I'm really kind of surprised we haven't gotten a live service Pokemon game where like they start with one region and then eventually there's all the regions and all 1,000+ Pokemon in it. It's really strange to me that they like constantly like, here's a new generation and then we're gonna pick and choose a very small amount of previous generations Pokemon. Buying bundles is the best way to spend your gold if your goal is to maximize collection progress. In this video here, we'll teach you how to evaluate bundles in Snap. Yeah, I mean, I just assume the answer is Pokemon's allergic to innovating. Pokemon Go sounds like that. No, I'm talking about like a mainline Pokemon game where you like get to explore Kanto and Johto and then all the Zoomer regions after that. Yeah, like how Gold and Silver gave you Kanto at the end. Like they should just like there should just be new gym leaders and new like just give me just slowly all of it. Like pick a region to start in and then like give me a new region every year. To me, Pokemon Heart Gold was peak and Black and White did come close. You know, it's funny, they were talking about, I didn't realize apparently those older Pokemon games are collector's items. I've got Soul Silver and I think Pokemon White that's been sitting in my closet for close to 20 years through lots of moves. And that reminds me, I need to respond to Comic sent me a Discord message about buying Soul Silver. Message them back. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna sell them. I had no idea that they were like worth money, and I'd rather have the, I don't know, $200 or $300 or whatever I can get for games I'm never gonna play again, and then someone else gets to enjoy them as well. Like, seems like a win-win. Is this actually good here? I'm not sure that it is. I don't know, it's just like this. If I do this, kick this over to here, pull the bat truck out, they might not necessarily... I don't know, it's so close. I'm surprised they kicked the silk out. I guess they were expecting me to play left. This is why it's so crazy to me that apparently people think these Batroc decks are too good. Like, I mean, they're definitely competitive, right? They have some good draws, but like, they never feel overbearing, and I feel like you have lots of things that are competitive into them. That late game Ebony Ball. Yeah, the turn 6 Ebony Ball off of Shauna is actually the nuts. Yeah, it's just the high infinite players eating each other again. And I think a big part of that too is like, it's just like ladder symptom, right? Where like there's such an incredible disincentive to innovate when you're at high infinite. Just because like innovating requires losing and nobody wants to spend time losing. So you'd rather just like keep grinding out the known existing decks and hope that something gets nerfed to force you and others to innovate. I don't know. I mean, like, if someone was like, Jeff, do you think we should give Batroc a haircut? I'd be like, yeah, that probably sounds fine. That doesn't sound problematic. Making Batroc a 1/1 sounds fine. It's a pretty nominal haircut on a scaling card. Yeah, the sweat meta on the ladder is pretty anti-Batroc at the moment. Fin Fang Foob needs a big haircut. I don't think I agree with that. Being big is kind of his thing. Fin Fang Foob has a deck building requirement, and he gives the opponent a sequencing chance to play around it. It's a really well designed card. I'd believe 7-10, sure, 7-11, 7-10, like cards like, if we go off like something I've talked about a lot is like, if you can take 1 or 2 points off of a card and everyone who currently plays that card keeps playing it, you should take those points away from it. Like, based on that premise, sure. I think that's accurate. Like, do I think you can take 2 points off of Fin Fang Foom and everybody still keeps playing him? Yep. So does that mean you should take the points off of him? Yeah, probably. Like I said, I've said that on numerous occasions, right? Do we win? I think we win left and center, yeah?
There's no strings on me. Victory.
And I also think it's funny to, like, talk about Batroc when, like, in reality, none of the things that I would find remotely frustrating about the opponent's deck are related to Batroc as a card, yeah? If you were like, Jeff, what sucks shit about the opponent's deck? I'd be like, getting Cosmoed, getting Mercury Cannonballed, and getting Teenage Warhead are the things that I find deeply annoying, yes? Look at that. I direct the jury's attention to the right lane. All right, we take a pause for the cause, but Ultron has made it to the last round of gold, so I feel like I should give it a chance on the last round of gold. So we're gonna play one more match with this, win or lose. We're gonna move on to the next pile after. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Appreciate you spending part of your Wednesday here with us, gamers. OTA, and Sanctum Showdown tomorrow. Should be fun. I feel like the best move decks are the ones playing Shulao. Yeah, by the numbers, I think that's true. Step into my office, Rex. You caved and got the Mobius bundle. I am weak and flubby, Chip. We did in fact cave and get the Mobius bundle. Road Broad got his $15 extra he used this month.
Knowledge is power.
You've got to be forking shirting me. We lost the 50-50.
Opponent snapped.
I'm not getting the +2 here first. What a jerk. What a jerk.
Behold my mighty hand. Doom rules all.
I believe we are cooked, as the children say.
There's no strings on me.
So close, and yet so far away. Having a second Cosmic Ghost Rider is basically cheating. That's true, you know. Banned and reported.
Epic.
Okay, so our build around request is Viper, Sentry, Cersei. And I think I want to do the Madam Web Sentry Classic. And if we're playing Madam Web, I would like Spider-Punk as another synergy piece, I think. Who else would we like? Red Guardian is a great one to pair with Cersei as well. Well, who else do we want here? I'm playing Red Guardian. Do I want White Widow? You know what change I really want to write White Widow, chat? Is this card broken if the Widow's Bite timing changes to the Ice Cube timing? Like, would that be too much? Or could I have that change? Merlin's not a bad call. The power was also just on the bite. Yeah, maybe that means you need to put it down to -3. It would make her a bit better on turn 6, but you could also fill your spot to have counterplay into her on turn 6. I think I probably want like one more interactive bit here. Iceman's not a terrible call out. Chord's okay. A little bit of redundancy with Red Guardian on that one though. Valk. I don't think Valk's a playable card. I think I like Iceman. Iceman's another good target for Nico and Merlin. Fine target for Cersei. Abide! Thanks for abiding here in Oaklandia for 34 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Do I want to eat the demon for 2 cards? I think so. Pretty rude. This type of matchup's probably not bad for us, though. Red Guardian and Merlin. Deck-based matchmaking confirmed. Yeah, something like that. Tickle tickle, the Viper and the Fiddle, the Void jumped over the board. Gonna be really sad when they retreat.
Victory.
Oh yeah, I should Omni Ray, because it takes 3 points off of the Void. Yeah. Marvel Retreat is such a deeply boring game. That being said, this matchup is pretty polarized in our favor, so if they want to sit here and try and grind it out, like, you know, more power to you, gamer. Let's go. Something, Marvel Retreat, yep.
Locked in.
I didn't realize they were a Carnage deck. I guess I should have assumed. Rip. Yeah, I just have to leave. Marvel Retreat's such a boring game. Such a boring game. Do you think the copy of Armor our deck is playing is like the first copy of Armor they've seen in a month? Could Armor go up to a 2/4? Armor could definitely be a 2/4, right? At least Marvel Retreat is a fun jingle to sing. That's true, you know. Just the fact, just the facts. Probably, and then Colossus is obsolete again. You know, saying again comes with the implication that it was not obsolete to begin with. All right, Merlin, 66% to deal with the left here. Rude. Oh shit! They made my hood a -6. Yeah, how are we transforming? So, like, I have a polymorph, which could be the play. I could Cersei. I kind of like playing for all three. I think it's this. Round and round the cards they go. Where they stop, only bro knows. RNG. RNG.
Victory.
Oh, esports mommy. Oh, esports mommy. She's so lovely. She's so lovely. Just gotta let Broad take the wheel and trust, champ. Now with the Sentry in hand here, I want to deploy Madam Web on the right, so that way I have the ability to relocate the Void. Although, do I get Merlin down first now, so I can go Spell plus Madam Web next turn? Also lets me see the right side location before I commit Madam Web there. It's okay, chat. We're going to polymorph one of these Hulks into a Finfang Foob every time. Every time has been declared. That's a 1 in 1 chance, yeah, exactly. Lost my coin flip on where to armor. I would like to dedicate this Finfang Foob to all the non-believers out there. How do I feel about punching Morrow in the mouth? Great every time. Yep. Hi, bud. I do feel a little bad about exactly that.
Opponent snapped.
Gotta go, unfortunately. I like to dedicate this fat L to Twitch chat. Wouldn't have been possible without you.
Escaped.
Hey, tired dad. Thanks for always being exhausted in Hooglandia. I'm just gonna armor the center. If Galactus players knew how to snap correctly, I'd be sad. That's true.
Snap.
That way Widow variant is lovely. It really is. Ian's pretty decent. think they fill the center here most of the time, and I'm just supposed to count on Merlin hitting the 2/3 to get rid of the goblin. Yeah, it's sad because we win the game on the spot, but we lose the game on the spot too. Oh, that's so frustrating to lose to a shitty player on a shitty line.
Escaped.
Just like such a bad play from them. So the 25 months Eskimo. Welcome back. I just noticed they're playing Surge in their double goblin deck. What's Symbiote Spider-Man doing? Their Galactus deck is one of their... There's two Symbiote Spider-Mans on there. Their deck tracker. Or unless you're referring to the fact that the deck tracker's bugged. After how last game went, I assume Spider-Punk's about to die here, but it's correct to play him there, so I'm gonna do it. And then with New York, we'll need to White Widow the left. Esports mommy would never betray me, Chip. Oh, they're gonna Galactus, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. We played around that this whole match, too. Okay, so obviously we're supposed to Cersei on the right. I'm sad. I'm frustrated to let myself get frustrated. That matchup should be really good for us, and I threw it away. I messed it up because I was mad about the 6 bits of RNG that all went poorly for us in the second game. Yeah, that's true. That's true too, actually. No, because like I should just move the Symbiote Spider-Man Center. Cerseiing right is correct every time. I think we're just supposed to punt the left and then Cersei the right while moving the Symbiote Spider-Man Center. Because if we move the Symbiote Spider-Man Center, if we move the Symbiote Spider-Man Center, I have enough points so that they can't Galactus there. And then the Cersei on the right for most reasonable combinations beats their 6 points of power, right? Like even if the Cersei dies. All right, Avid Admiral, we're gonna play some more of this one when we get back. It's actually been quite reasonable. I like our mix of cards, play a little bit tighter and not get annoyed when we hit bad bits of RNG. If you're watching on the YouTube side, you enjoy us playing off meta decks like this, so make sure you hit the like button while you're here. Appreciate the folks that have done that already today. Oh, I forgot to put the poll up after the stream crashed on the YouTube side. Explains why there's no likes. Keef, thank you for the 32 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh, you're caught in an ad. Yeah, that'll remind you. That'll remind you real quick. Is Weapon X playable? No. Destroy in general isn't particularly good right now. And Weapon X is not optimal in even the kind of mediocre builds of Destroy that exist. When can we expect your best decks of the week video? So I'll have a best decks for Sanctum Showdown going up tomorrow afternoon just before Sanctum Showdown goes live. And then with the OTA tomorrow afternoon, a general best decks roundup for the weekend won't go up probably till Saturday morning. Because usually I want over 24 hours of untapped data to do that. If you're looking for a roundup for the previous week, that one's up there as always. It went up last weekend.
Oh, snap.
Oh man, that works out real clean. We're gonna contest this very easily. The little 6-pointer 2-drop. Oh, I guess they just got +2. It's probably just Sentry and Cersei here. Rolk, thank you for the 36 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Man, when you Maximus your opponent and then still lose the Iron Patriot lane, that's gotta suck something fierce. Oh, Snap. I think Snap's in a pretty decent spot overall. Gameplay loop as solid as ever. Weak month for card releases for them though. Definitely had more misses than hits. I think we just tuck mommy because I have priority, right? I guess they could Cosmo me. They could Cosmo me and next turn and then just doesn't happen. But I can just play for center and left, right? Then that's fine. Ronin mid. Could be. I should math that out. How big is Ronin mid? Ronin mid is 13. This would make Ronin smaller, only being 1 less over here. This would make him 11, and I'm going to this beats Ronin center. Unless they master mold me. Rip. Rip. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Cersei, my beloved, you tried. You tried so hard, girl. Yeah, and unfortunately, I had to play for all 3 locations there because I could just get Cosmo'd on the right. Needed a Modoc. Yeah, Modoc would have done it. Modoc would have done it. I could have stacked points on the left to win that game. I could have put my tenor on the left. But that just loses every time to Cosmo on the right from them, which they're definitely playing. The previous opponent's deck is an ode to just how powerful and push tech cards still are in this game, where like you can win games with Dragon of the Moon and Ronin and Master Mold in your deck because Super Giant and Cosmo and Teenage Warhead are just so fucked. Gold Conquest has been kind of miserable today. Let's go down. Let's go down to the bottom. There's a reason why I hadn't burned most of those tickets.
This land is always
So-
changing.
Escaped.
Although upside to Gold Conquest, we've been playing Marvel Snap for 3.5 hours. This is the first airship I played, so there weren't any of those in the higher tiers.
Snap.
Banning Corvus Glaive is interesting strategy. That's a good beat for us, unless they're a Dracula build. They're probably a Khonshu deck. Khonshu could get us 2, I guess, maybe? We start pitching him. Okay.
Victory.
It's okay to not play your power man out, by the way, gamers. You could just, you know, not play it on 2. The earlier they play it, the more times they can trigger. That's true, you know.
Time isn't what you think.
A Kang deck that's not an Erishim deck? It's like Christmas, chat. It's like Christmas. Things you love to see. It. Like half my deck is good draws for Nico Destroy mode, so I'm gonna play her out. White Widow, Iceman, Hood. 3 out of 8. Honestly, I'd eat Madam Web and Merlin too. So we got Red Guardian for the Widow's Kiss here, and then we've got Sentry and Cersei or Viper. No way to tell what ability that king had, correct. I don't know if my body is ready to be like a Nihilist Kinged. Oh, that's so good for us. You're so lovely. You're so lovely. The Russians, they're working together, chat. The Russians are working together. What do we think of this? What do we think of this? And then we go Sentry into Cersei Demon. That is a biggin. Oh, they're probably Surfer. Yeah, that's an interesting call out. So I gotta play around 9 on the left. So I'm gonna have to put the demon over there. All right, mommy. Mother, can you hear me? Mother, can you change the void now? I would like a card that's nice and big to beat this brood. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Good clean limit there.
Your future is bleak.
That's some Sweetie Todd motif. I'm pretty sure that's me parodying another parody from forever ago, and I don't know what the original is. I need to do this now, right? Before they, before they brood there.
Opponent snapped.
Papa, can you hear me? Is Yentl. Okay. Today we learned. Wow, I'm really glad we put the center, huh? Mommy's home. Not bad, not bad.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Wait, that was a what? Who? My name is what? I win, yes? I win? I win.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
No, I don't win! Oh, man. 2 Captain Marvels! That's too many Marvels, chat. It's too many Marvels. They did the Captain Marvel slide and cha-cha'd real smooth. I think I'm gonna leave this deck in my deck editor and we will try it again later. But I feel like my variance is not here today for it.
Epic.
All right, Dan sent a pile of cards for me, yeah? Our last one. this like this. We can go Carter, Kitty next turn. And then we could do this into Maverick here next turn, and then Maverick the Brood. Someone else is White Widow armoring me? That's fucking illegal, gamer. Wait a minute, that's my trick.
Victory.
This definitely wasn't a meme deck from the opponent. It's a real win and should be remembered in the history books as such. Absolutely. First dub. First dub is on the scoreboard. Many more to follow. Is this deck Surfer, but you cut Surfer for Shu Lao? That's valid. No, we also added Kitty Pride. Come on now, gamer.
Oh, snap. Victory.
200% win rate for those keeping track. We go for 3. All right, well now we do this. And then Viv's just gonna like crank our hand to the sky, right? I want Shaw to chill in hand.
I am Iron
To
Man.
get cranked nice and big. We're so cranked right now. Cranked to the max. It's a shame Maverick didn't show up, though. I mean, like, that sucks, I guess, but, like, we're still in a fine spot, right? Yeah, I'm very confused they mystique Captain Carter instead of Iron Man.
Victory.
You want more cards middle? I mean, the Jack flag's not that big on the left. Not that much bigger than Kitty. But yeah, maybe we're supposed to hedge left. When you tech card your opponent like a sloppy motherfucker and then still lose all three. I don't want to play against tech card negative anymore. I'm gonna maintain our 300% win rate and go to the next.
Snap.
And this is Maverick chat. Does that make Captain Carter Goose in this deck? I think it might. I think it might. Adelan is deeply annoying. Surge probably the best draw on our deck there. Adelan may ruin Surge, though. It might ruin your Surge. It never ruins my Surge, Steric.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
Wait, why doesn't he have the Monster Metropolis bonus? Man, the fucking layering on Jack is so confusing. Also, every time I have to say the word layers while not playing Magic the Gathering, I'm fucking triggered. It's terrible and I hate it. Shu Lao. Shu Lao!
On hail Hydra!
I'm winning the center, yeah? Charging laser. He's a big boy. We got some points now. Cause he's a big boy.
Oh, snap.
At some point, we gotta trust Dance that Dance knows what he's doing. At no point do I need to trust Dance. Calm down, Satan. He's already been strays from chat. These are direct shots. Yep.
Enough said, Bubba.
All right, we need to draw Maverick? Question mark.
Opponent snapped.
Infusion. Damn, my vision's about to bail out. Vision bailing left, actually not that big of a deal. Have a shot? Yeah, they might think we're locked on the right. Oh, I guess that means I want to play for the left. We're gonna die to we're super dead to a null. But they might play to, like, beat Surfer on the right, and then we cook them by going way over the top of what Surfer does. But we're only going to 20 on the left, so there's a good chance they just go over the top of us here. Yeah, not quite enough. Emotes are disabled. The emote sound that happened was because they killed a Moira X and they weren't able to add the card to their hand. That was the handful stuff. Shu Lao or Jack Flag, which should I prioritize? Well, Jack Flag's probably a pretty mediocre 3-drop, and Shu Lao is an archetype-defining powerful Marvel Snap card. So you take those bits of information to make the decision you will. Chris Tofu. Thanks for being a delicious food here in Hogalandia for the last 16 months. Welcome back.
Snap. Victory. Oh, snap. Opponent snapped.
Can you Shao to just give Carter +3 here, which honestly seems kind of okay, and then I play 2 3s next turn with the Ice Cube energy? We're hoping to top kick a copy of Maverick next turn. Vision. They're playing Death and Goliath? Okay. Or did either way, yeah. The Shaw was only 10 or only going to 16. Snapped out for the day. That's enough. That's enough of that. Poking some of my RPG characters for the last little bit today. Got a new. I farmed my way up to a new dungeon in Mobile Dungeon over the weekend that I haven't poked through it yet. I'm curious to see if my level 90s can crack it. People always ask me what games do I poke at off stream. This is one of the mobile games I've been pushing buttons in. We had a few sponsored segments for them a little while back, and I kept playing it in my off stream time. There's a few Hoaglandians in the league with us. It's a character. People haven't seen this one. It's a character. It's the toilet summoning game. Yeah, all of your heroes get summoned by flushing souls down the toilet checks. Let's be honest. Who's never gone into the outhouse to summon a demon or two in their time? But the IP and the artwork are cutesy. It has like a different mix of like mytho magical characters like Thor and Aphrodite, and then random things like my slot machine bot or my murdering mass full of things. Different. This is legally distinct, not a Drider. I believe we refer to this one as the Arachnotor. Who's actually one of the best champions in the game, I think. Alright. So in the Nevermore. This thing's got 22,000 power at the top of it, so we may or may not be able to get through here. I might need to grind my dorks up slightly higher levels before we can clear whatever is going on in here. Turn the combat speed up. Oh yeah, those are some chunky hits. Thankfully Aphrodite's got the stuff. Our friends, hit everyone. We're gonna save her AoE heal till they hit us back. Missed our jackpot on the slot bot. That's fine. We survived the big hits for everyone on their team, so hopefully good from here. Oh, a shroud. There it is. This one, his second attack does shields, but I don't think we need to do that quite yet. Friends. The shields carry over between fights inside of these dungeons, so I want to get those built up here before we finish this one. Don't need to heal because we have the shields. Aphrodite's auto attack also does defense drop, which is nice. Pyrathian, thank you for the 93 months. I appreciate the almost 8 years. Welcome back. This one be good, free to play, or could it be expensive? I mean, like any of these gacha style games, it can be expensive. How much money can you spend? All of it. That was funny. Someone asked me, they were like, They were like, I was thinking about trying this one. I was like, the game's free. What do you have to lose except your entire bank account? Less sarcastically, this game is, you know, it's not like some of the character collector games where there's like a huge focus on PvP. So a lot of the game, most of it, there's a PvP arena that you collect nominal amounts of currency in for a shop that's specific to it, but like there's not like huge prizes attached to being at the top of PvP in this game. Most all of the content is stuff like this where you're like mixing and matching team compositions to get through PvE content. And for that it follows pretty classical. I'm gonna want to heal here because our friends are low. You spend your money or you spend your time. So like there's currency there's you know, you gotta make your character's levels bigger at certain points, so there's grinding. Yeah, it's fun. I like it. And this one, actually, this is I have a referral link here from when we did sponsored stuff. You want to give them a click to let them know we still play on occasion. That's on Android, iOS, and plays on Steam. I mostly play on my phone off stream, but my boys have actually been playing with me too. The IP is cutesy and they enjoy it. This fight's almost done, so let's throw the shields up again so they continue over to the next fight. But my kids' accounts are, I guess they're not completely free to play. I bought like a $2 thing for them, but they don't really spend. There's not really money spent on their accounts. And I'm actually not even a whale in this game. They have like an $8 monthly VIP thing that gives you a nominal amount of stuff. That's the... I haven't like gone whole ham like I do in some of these games. The character and team building is fun though, and the artifact system in this game has a lot of good stat mixing and matching type things to figure out optimal combinations. I think our friends are low enough here that we'll take the heal. This team I'm playing right now is very, very defensive. Joanna and Aphrodite are both healers, and then the Arachnator applies shields. And even Slotbot can heal incidentally a little bit, which is nice. So if we don't get KO'd by an initial big burst, we tend to be in a pretty good spot. Again, we get to throw shields up here as the fight is ending, so we get to open the next fight with shields. It's lovely. You can also have your characters auto battle, but this content that I'm at right now, the enemies are pretty similar or overpowered compared to my character, so the auto battle is not going to I'm gonna save that for later, is not going to necessarily use the skills in the optimal order, so I'm less likely to get through it if we do the auto battles. The long-term goal, like when you're grinding dungeons for like repeat gear, looking for the right stats on things, you want to be able to auto battle them so you can just have it go without you having to babysit it. Yeah, the auto farm, like that's like the end game goal, is like be able to make your characters in teams, and they actually have you can configure and control like the order your characters use their skills in. So you can say yeah, I've done a little bit of skill customizing, but like that doesn't use it at appropriate timing, it just does it in a programmatic order. So like you could tell it like open on this skill and then use this one and then use these until you loop back around and the cooldown's done, which I like that aspect. That helps you like when you're getting to that point where you can like have it farm some of these, but that's definitely like worse than you like actually watching, especially in a team like this where like I have these supports. Like they'll end up using their like team-wide heals at times that aren't optimal, and they'll end up dying in content that I could have gotten through if I would have manually clicked through it. So the first time I run through these dungeons especially, I usually like manually run through them and do the fights, and then when we get to like depending on how close I am with the manual, I'll try and give it an auto. But if you enter one of these and you fail it, you lose the resource that you spent to like enter the dungeon. So there is a downside to hitting it, letting it auto the first time and having it die. I assume lighting the candles here opens up the staircase. Yeah. Like here, right? I don't really want to open on Aphrodite's group heal because everybody's relatively full, and her auto attack provides a little bit of a heal. Yeah, I'll stop everybody. Oh, and there are some like guild bosses and other resources that you collect by playing with the group each week. So if you are someone that decides to play, we have a Hoaglandia group. And if there's not open spots that are right now, there are usually we rotate through and bump out people who end up going inactive. Usually there's like one of those a week or so. Should check that. Usually we give people some grace, but usually if they're gone for like more than 3 days, I assume they can apply back again later if they come back. Yeah, let's just keep people full. This fight's almost done. I want to make sure we're full going into the boss. He might not get another turn. I probably should have shielded there. Yeah. So we got one more fight here. Before the boss. Let's chill on that for now. Ideally, we come out of this fight here with a shield from this, that way we can have shields to open on the boss fight. Our character's full and our shield's up. So the way his shields work, he builds up these arachnid points, and then the size of the shield he applies is based on how many arachnid points he had when he used it. Alright, so shields up. Big old shield. Heal everybody. Cleaned him out. Cool. We're almost full. One of these was, I think this was a healing fountain down here, so let's attack that before we go into the boss. We got big shields, and we're gonna be mostly full here when we go in. I think this was a heal too, that's why it's still whatever. Nice. I'm actually gonna just heal Joanna to full. That's great. Dino's only down a little bit. He's got the big shields. Efficiency at 99.9%, so you're the damn wrench in the gears. Alright, Cyberrock. Woo, that was a big one. Alright. Light him up. Yeah, let's just stay full. That was a really solid hit. We might be able to take this dungeon on a higher difficulty. That'd be nice. I forget which item set this dungeon had. Ooh, maybe not. That was a pretty big hit. We'll hit with this, then Joanna has a heal. Not even gonna need it. You get an oil change right now. I'm back for maintenance and burning every last hair off our puny body. All right. The kidnapping should buy us some time. Who did the snatch and don't care ain't my department. Listen up. Any lazy ass around here, I'll personally nail them to the assembly line. All right. I forget where the storyline veered. We're chasing down something or other through all of these with some type of purpose. But I mostly just play this as a numbers go up game, so I haven't followed it super closely. We're getting closer to our goal, but death in all of its rotten varieties and smells stands in your way in the rotten lands. The cemeteries are currently teeming with undead, granted with new, albeit rotten life, to the dismay of the human residents. The people of Gloomington were never exactly a lively bunch, but now the streets are deserted. Bloodsucker. Oh, we have vampires in here? Seek out death here. If you manage to survive your chat with her, you might convince her to repair the crystal ball. Ah, yes, the story. Crystal ball repair. We do have a bloodsucker in there. This is 30K is quite the scale up there. What's going on? So I've actually been playing this one in my off time. So we were just like poking at it in the end there. We did sponsor bits for them before, but that's one like clear dungeon snap. I was a little over snap this afternoon. I need to do one more of these. Kill a Titan, clear 2. Yeah, that's a good character collector game. I like these like, you know, kind of turn my brain off and just like little bits in and out. I did all of these. Oh, I said I should check if we have any members that haven't been around. Since 218. Out you go. Out you go. Look at all those active gamers. We're on track. We hit the top reward in this usually. There's three guild quests every day and one big one that you do together. And usually we get the extra flushes at the end. How big are the monsters in the Rotten Lands? New pocket set comes out at 7 o'clock tonight. Becomes a reason. I have absolutely no desire to spend $300 or $400 or $500 or however many dollars it would cost me to catch up and get all the pocket cards. That sounds absolutely awful. Hard to pass. The great thing about Snap is, part of the reason I was over it today is because I know we've got a bunch of changes coming. We have a limited time game mode dropping tomorrow afternoon and an OTA. Yeah, Pocket's just too expensive to keep up with for a game that just like doesn't have content numbers. I don't really want to spend the hundreds of dollars a month it is to just like play it and the game, even before the gameplay. So apparently we were talking about the Digimon card game the other day. Someone said that their one closed test that they did, they communicated they felt like they had so many problems, they had a lot of work to do, and we haven't heard anything since then. So it's refreshing in a way that they're planning to, you know, fix their shit instead of releasing bad. Yeah, so if you're around early, I'm planning to live co-stream the Pokemon Day announcements Friday morning, so hopefully they give us information on champions. I would love a release date to be able to plan to do some content around it. Would be great. Wonder how far we can get to 14 on auto. I can auto 13-10 dice. That's been my my leveling up / spending my brews farming. I think I'm definitely more excited for, ooh, maybe not. They cooking us? Their shields, maybe we're okay. I'm actually, like, I'm definitely gonna try the Digimon card game when it comes out, but if I'm being honest, I'm not super excited about a digital implementation of a paper card game, because paper card games tend to not really do balance passes. I'm pretty over that life. That's part of what pushed me out of Shadowverse, is I'm treating their digital card game like a paper card game and just like never doing balance. We're good here. Yeah, we should be good here. Oh, there's a wave 3 still. Yeah, we're cool. Bit of heal. Excellent. And the bot rolled 7. Oh, that did not do much damage at all. Those were tanky. They all got low, but then Arachnator had shields, so probably good. The shields hopefully buy us time for a group heal from one of the 2 healers. Healers give little bits on the in-between. I love the little details, like the animation face changes of the characters every time they get punched. Just like the how dare you face. Our primary DPS died, but Slotbot and Arachnator probably finished this dork before we time out here. Good chunks. Yeah, there's the heals to bridge after the shields. Aphrodite's auto attack giving defense down is lovely too. I love defense. I love support characters that are also debuffers. All right, gamers, it's 3 o'clock here. I'm gonna go ahead and call it an afternoon. We'll be back tomorrow morning. My game plan is we're gonna kick off with Snap to start, and then I've actually got a sponsored segment tomorrow afternoon for God of War: Sons of Sparta. It's I think it's a 2D top down. I forget if it's top down or side battling, but it's in the official God of War series from 2D action adventure on the PlayStation and the God of War franchise. So I enjoy that franchise. I'm interested to see how the 2D implementation of it is tomorrow. Tomorrow it's a side scroller. Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna Snap. We're gonna check that out, and then we'll wrap up with Snap. We're gonna do that one in the middle of the day, I think, because Snap has Sanctum releasing in the afternoon, so I want to be doing Sanctum once Sanctum releases for sure. At any rate, I appreciate everybody that stuck out through the end today. This is Mobile Dungeon. You can check them out using the link if you're interested in a thing, and if you're playing, we've got an active Hoaglandia group. Feel free to ping me and we can make you space if it's full. Peace, folks. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday wherever you're at in the world.